Hello everybody, my name is Aaron aka Pullin'Teeth and welcome to PTW, or welcome back I should say. We're like 11 weeks into this now. But ladies and gentlemen, we are starting off the show this evening with a special tag team contest. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring is Taz and Hook. Now, we've not seen Taz and Hook since PTW Famous Last Words, where Hook challenged Forest Law in the opener of the show. Hook came up short. That was his PTW debut. He wasn't quite able to get the victory there. Taz, however, has been pretty dominant recently, but he fell short to Law as well. But they are taking on a special team here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Goku and Gohan. Yep, Gohan is Goku's son. We haven't seen Gohan yet in PTW. Goku, a former PTW Trios champion. It seems that he might be stepping away from that trio with Deadpool and the Hurricane, at least for the time being. We'll see what happens now. He's brought his son here. He's getting his son a debut match, and his son Gohan is starting things off against Taz, and already got a knee bar in on Taz. Gohan looking to make a good first impression here. Big drop kick, nearly sends Taz out of the ring. Taz not in his traditional gear here, he's in more of his later gear with the track pants and the ripped shirt. And now tagging his son, it's a father-son duo versus a father-son duo here. Suplex to Gohan, double suplex, send him to the floor. Obviously Taz and Hook, they're both known for suplexes, both known for big throws. Oh god, Gohan just got clobbered over the back of the head with that chair. Goku, in traditional Goku style, is sitting off and watching his son get the hell kicked out of him. Armbar by Hook. Goku, dad of the year as usual. Oh god, big exploder. Goku's now finally seen enough. But heading on Taz plates from Hook. And here we go. Goku's getting to the mix and straight away gets caught with a dragon screw. Oh god, double lines from Hook and Taz. These two are in perfect synchronization here. Exploded the head and arm Tazplex variation from Hook, who's just mounted Goku and ramming those forearms, while Taz is throwing Gohan around in the ring. Good God, clothesline. Taz and Hook are on fire here. They seem to be a better unit than Goku and Gohan. There's another tag in to Goku. I've just realised now that we have Goku and Gohan, Taz and Hook, this makes three father-son duos we have here in PTW, because we also do have the Simpsons over and Bart. Cover from Goku, just a 1 count. These two are... Oh my good God! Taz just launched Goku out of the ring. Taz and Goku, though, have been two of the most impressive people we've had here in PTW. You can't take that away from them. Ripcord knee strike to Hook. Taz is going up top. See, diving clothesline to the back of Gohan's head. Hook, big German, dropping Goku on his, and there's the Kaja Hajime in the ring, the Taz mission. And another throw. Good lord, Taz and Hook are just dominating here. Hook just caught Goku's leg and got him in a knee bar. Gohan's got an arm bar on Taz. This is insane. I love it. All 4 men in the ring now. Hook goes straight to the apron. Gohan retreats back to the apron. Taz and Goku are legal. Arm trap suplex there from Goku. Tags back into his son. And Taz tags back into his son. Double suplex to Goku. Sends him out of the ring. Gohan, though, is fighting. Takes down Taz. Shoot takedown attempt from Hook. Misses snap suplex, though. This is a hell of a way to start the show. I'm liking this match. Big chair shot to the head. But Gohan is straight back up. But he's caught. German drops him high on his head and neck. And now Taz throws it back the other way. Taz and Hook just seem to enjoy beating the hell out of people. Throwing them around like it's nobody's business. Oh my god, running stomp. Cover 1. Hook was quick to break that up. That was deadly. That was the elevator from Goku. Go behind. No, Taz caught him into a sort of like a... I'm not quite sure what that terminology of that submission is. The name has just escaped me. Kimura? Was it Kimura? It might have been a Kimura. Oh, and brainbuster from Gohan. Tags into Goku. Rolling slap to the back of Taz's head. Dropped him. No, Taz caught back with another Kimura, but Gohan was straight there to stop that. Multiple strikes. Goku! Moonsault kick off the ropes and get into a sling blade. Nice combination from Goku. Stands up Taz, but gets caught with a drop toe hold. Taz goes back into tag in hook. Taz in hook. There we go. German drops Goku on the chair. Goku falls to the floor. Gohan is straight in with multiple strikes to drop hook. Off the ropes, moonsault kick from Gohan. And the running stomp like father, like son. With the combination, good like father, like son with the Germans. Good God. This match is so fast-paced. Rolling European uppercut. Wait, Taz. Taz is in the elevator to Goku. And the Red Rum's locked in. Red Rum's locked in, but Gohan escapes it. I've completely forgot who's legal. Gohan with that moonsault kick. And the running stomp again. That's a hell of a combination. Oh, knee bar from Gohan to hook. That's a nasty angle. While Goku's got a paradise lock on Taz on the floor. Nice. Heading on Taz place again. Taz now throws Goku down. Double stomp to the ribs from Gohan. Taz is dancing in the corner. Quick to get back in the ring, and it appears it is Goku and Hook that are legal. Hook quick toes tagging his dad. Goku tags in Gohan. Big line from Hook. Slap combination, strikes and kicks him in the head, and a big knee to the face. Go behind. Rolling wheel kick to the side of the head. Rowan's dragging him out. Stands him up. Taz got behind. German. Good God, these two teams are taking it out of each other. Big chop from Taz. Taz now. Pile driver. Dropping him on his head. And Taz has got the arms trapped. He's got the arms trapped. And Gohan has to submit. Taz telling the audience what he thinks of them. Good God, that was brilliant. That was a hell of an opening tag match. Just from two teams who wanted to establish themselves father-son duos. That's a hell of a match, actually. I loved that. That was a great opener. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have another debut, actually. Kind of a debut. An in-ring debut, shall we say. Someone we have seen in PTW before, but he's not been in the ring as of yet. But this is the week. This is the week he is here, and he is setting his sights on a certain faction here in PTW who have been struggling a lot recently, and he wants to end them. He wants to start from the very bottom of their rankings and work all the way up. Ladies and gentlemen, stay right where you are. This big debut is coming up next. And here we go, folks. We have been told that a message was sent to the Brothers in Paint's locker room, telling them that one of them needs to come out to the ring right now because they're being challenged by this new debuting superstar, and it looks like the man who's accepted the challenge is relentless Darby Allin. Darby Allin is representing the Brothers in Paint, but he is here alone. He's come out to try and see off this challenge from this new superstar here in PTW. Let's see who Darby's got to challenge. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dark Knight himself. It's Batman. Batman, we did see him make a brief debut as a manager for Batgirl in recent weeks, but this is his first taste of in-ring competition here, and he wants to put an end to the Brothers in Pain. I think you can guess for obvious reasons, considering someone right near the top of the Brothers in Paint's rankings is the Joker. But Batman is here and he's taking on Darby Allin to start things here. Darby's already biting at Batman's head. This is going to be an interesting contest here. Batman trying to just put Darby to sleep there. Big arm drag takedown there from Darby Allin. Sorry, it's hard to do. Oh God, Canadian Destroyer. I was going to say it's hard to speak and take a drink at the same time. Right and forearm. Batman goes behind. Darby though counters it into a snapmare. And with Frankenstein, it looks like Darby's not going to be intimidated here. You'd suspect maybe he would have been. Most people would, but there's a code red from Darby. 1, 2, but Batman kicks out of it straight away. And a jumping headbutt. You kind of would have expected. Oh, Darby already going for a coffin drop, but Batman lured him in. You thought that maybe there'd be a sense of intimidation, but apparently not. Darby roll up 1. Is Darby going to be able to put a stop to Batman's crusade before it even really gets started? It's very possible, but Batman now with the choke into an armbar. Bats is going to work those submissions, you know he is, and he goes for it again. He's trying to rip Darby's arm out of its socket. Bats is going to be incredibly technical in his approach here. Well-trained fighter, sling blade there from Bats. Big chop to the top of the head, and Darby throws one back to the chest. Back and forth they go. Batman gets the better of the exchange. Dragging him out, and another chop to a seated Darby, and into another armbar from Bats. Seems Batman has a strategy here. Oh god, into a crossface! Bats is full of submissions. Seems to be a specific tool in his arsenal, like every move has been a submission. Seems he's just trying to break bones. Smart move, but there's a jumping headbutt from Darby, who goes up top. Coffin, dropping again. Bats sees it coming and escapes. Not sure to get up, throws Darby off the ropes, but Darby counters with a knee. Darby's going up top again. Goes for it for a third time, and again Bats gets out of the way. Darby keeps going for that kill shot, that coffin drop. Bats has scouted it and has escaped it every time. Crossface from Bats. Big crossface. Darby's got nowhere to go. He's right in the corner. Jumping headbutt there. Darby again up top, but Darby this time goes for the Arabian facebuster, or his variation of it. Darby last supper pin. 1, 2. Bats is able to escape it. Big spinning back fist from Bats and a cover. 1, 2. 2 count there. Bats throws Darby into a corner. Darby fights out of it. Top rope again. Coffin drop. 4th time lucky. 1, 2. 2.9, but Bats escapes it. Darby almost putting an end to Bats before he even really gets going. Thrown to the floor. Bats taking a second, taking a knee to recover. Oh, both men grab weapons, but Darby a little quicker on the exchange. Gets kicked in the face. Bats caught him. Armbar on the floor. The Bats caught the fist and drops it into an armbar. He's got the chair shot attempt, swing and a miss. Oh, it gets him in the ribs though, and again, but Bats is just taking it. Bats again goes for that modified armbar takedown type maneuver. Darby can't get out of it this time. He just about gets out, eventually. Held that in longer than he had been previous. Bats fall away slam onto the floor and onto the chairs. Swing and a miss again, but so many chairs out here. Go God, big roundhouse. Guys at PTW, I've noticed, really like getting a lot of weapons out. Not just 1 or 2. A lot! Canadian Destroyer on the floor from Darby. He's got a bit of broken table now and cracks Bat over the skull with it. Darby rolls it through. Running DDT on a bit of wood, but Bats is straight up. Bats is straight up. Caught into another armbar. This is not false count anywhere. They will have to get back in the ring. Just as I say that, Darby just screams in the face of Bats defiantly. But he's caught. Fisherman brainbuster from Bats, and Bats goes up top. Waiting for Darby to get up. Diving DDT from Batman. Good God, that's a way to break necks. Throw Darby into the corner. Darby comes straight back out though. He's got the combination. Code red, right center of the ring. 1, 2, 2.9, and Bats escapes it again. Bats caught him. Armbar. Armbar trying to tear it out of the socket. Can he do it? But no, Darby's escaping. Up into another crossface. Bats is determined here. Surely Darby can't take too much more of this. Canadian Destroyer though from Darby. He's going to go for that kill shot again. Coffin drop, but Bats escapes it another time. Into another armbar. Could that be all she wrote? Could Darby get out of it? He does. Just. Oh, but he's caught. Tombstone. Tombstone from the Batman. Oh, but Darby with a submission of his own into his own version of an armbar. Bats is able to escape that. Drags him out, and Bats goes back to the arm again. He's got a game plan here. He's just trying to remove Darby's arm from his socket. You see Darby's arms were hanging low. They were hanging to his sides. Darby is struggling here. Canadian Destroyer. Look at Darby, his arms are just hanging. Coffin drop attempt, but no. Darby is barely able to hold his arms up. Bats shoot takedown. Darby though with the roll through. 1, 2. Has he got the strength to hold it? He does. Darby with a bit of an upset. Darby with the upset. Look at Darby's arms. They're just hanging to his sides. Oh, he's got to be in a lot of pain. But you've got to think the brothers in pain are going to be happy with that. Bats is coming for them. But Darby gets a quick roll-up victory there. That was not a definite win. That was not like a dominant victory. Darby seemed like he escaped that one. Barely escaped that one, but that was a hell of a debut for Bats. But a losing effort. His crusade to take down the brothers in pain is off to a bad start. But we all know that Bats is not going to quit this. Bats is going to keep coming back for more. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have the next contest in the women's tag team sort of eliminator tournament, I'd say. Yeah, it's a bit of an eliminator tournament to crown the first PTW women's tag team champions. We saw last week Liv Morgan and Bea Priestley move on. We've got 2 more teams vying to take on Liv and Bea next week to crown the women's tag team champions. Stay right where you are for this next contest. Here we go, folks. Women's tag team contest. The winners of this move on to take on Bea Priestley and Liv Morgan next week to be crowned the first PTW women's tag team champions. Since this was announced, a lot of teams have come forward vying for an opportunity to get in this women's tag team division. A lot of teams have stepped up, more than we expected. The likes of the Boss and Hug Connection or Team Golden Role Models, depending on what you want to call them. There's teams such as Natalya and Beth Phoenix have stepped up. The Bella Twins, a lot of female teams. But we picked 2 teams straight out of the bat here who we figured would be interesting opponents going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring currently, 2 Attitude Era favourites. We have got Jacqueline and Chyna. 2 women who definitely paved the way for a lot of the modern day version of women's wrestling. These 2 were very different from their contemporaries at the time, and they're taking on a team who have a lot of history with Liv Morgan. They're taking on 2 of the 3 members of the Riot Squad. Liv made up the 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, currently in the ring, Ruby Riot, aka Ruby Soho, depending on who you ask, is currently taking on Jacqueline. This is going to be an interesting contest to see who's going to move on to take on Liv and Bea next week. Test of strength there. Jacqueline's going to get the better of that. Jacqueline and Chyna are definitely going to be the powerhouses here. They're definitely going to be the team who are going to throw more power maneuvers, whereas Sarah Logan and Ruby Soho we'll go with Soho, because Soho's what she's currently going by. They're going to be more strike based, more technical, I believe. Well, I say that, Sarah Logan's a brawler, so she would kind of fit well with this other team. Whereas Ruby is much more of a technical competitor. But none of these 4 women, easy for me to say, are afraid to get violent when they need to. They can go hardcore if they have to. Which is going to be very interesting if they do decide to go down that route. But Sarah Logan now is currently matching power with Chyna, which is impressive. Big knee drop to the spine. Chyna, though, throwing forearms and more forearms. Again, throws Sarah Logan into Sarah's own corner. But those kicks knocking her down, dropping her to the mat. She tags in Ruby. Counter there. Chyna thrown back in. Ruby follows her up. But no, strike for strike goes Ruby and Chyna. Kicks for forearms, and Chyna gets the better of that exchange. Forearm drop to the face. Elbow drop even. 1. Just a 1 count. Ins the attempt, but misses. Jacqueline's now back legal, scooping a slam from Ruby, and she saw Jacqueline coming, kicked her in the ribs, shoot, headbutt to Jacqueline, takes her down. Ruby dragging her further away from the ropes, and a mini senton, big boy senton style. Oh god, brutal kicks to the ribs, and now into the surfboard stretch. I almost forgot the name of the move there for a second. This commentary lock, you know, it's harder than people think it is. Back heel trick there from Jacqueline, and another elbow drop to the face. It seems that Jacqueline and Chyna have both decided to do that. They both decided to work that elbow drop to the head. God, you can hear Ruby scream when she goes for that. When she goes for that enziguri. And another, again, an elbow drop straight to the skull. And here comes Sarah Logan in again. Sarah gets kicked down. Ruby gets kicked down. Jacqueline's dragging her out. There's a tag back into Chyna. Kicked away. Yeah, hooked up Chyna. Big forearm to the face. And Sarah throws one right back. Suplex. Oh, fisherman suplex. Perfect plex even. Holds it in. Dragged out a little bit. Chyna just going for a cover. Did Sarah hurt herself on that? She might have hurt herself on that move. Repeated forearm strikes over. Chyna comes firing back with one of her own. Up top she goes. Elbow drop, but Sarah baited her. Tags into Ruby. Chyna's just dragging Sarah away from the corner though. Ruby's right there to meet her, but walks into a headbutt. Up top they go. Chyna with a big splash. But they're in the ropes. Look up. And there's that fisherman perfect plex again. Big boy senton from Ruby. Should we got a big girl senton here? It's the big boy senton. That's just the name. That's just what we call it, regardless of which gender does it. Drag out there, and a modified version of a Llama Heat Stroll. There's probably a name for that variant. Don't know off the top of my head. Nice there. It looked like Jacqueline was going for a clothesline and Ruby just kicked her in the shin to stop it. Gets thrown to the floor for her troubles. Go the Riot Squad back into the ring now. Tags in. Here comes Sarah Logan. Off the ropes. Don't know what happened there. Bit of a miscommunication. But Jacqueline slides under. Back heel takedown and kick to the head. There's one way to piss off Jacqueline is to kick her in the head. Oh God! But multiple headbutts might do it. Shouts out former PTW Women's Champion Paige, who we have not seen since that pay-per-view actually, but we also haven't seen the champion Batgirl either. Curious how they're doing currently. Nice, sort of a sweep, Perry Saturn style. Tags into Chyna even. Tags into Ruby. Assisted powerbomb to Jacqueline. And a scoop and a slam sends Chyna to the floor, and Sarah follows her out there. Ruby's just taking a second to catch her breath. And Jacqueline's taking a second to catch her breath in the corner as well, while Sarah and Chyna are fighting on the ground. Big chair shots and a hip toss. And she's got a sledgehammer. Shouts out to one of the Iron Men of last week's Mini Rumble, Triple H, and someone who Chyna has a lot of history with. And Chyna's got a sledgehammer again. Oh, good God. There's a surfboard stretch happening in the ring, but Sarah Logan just got clocked in the head with the sledgehammer and she's still up and fighting. What is this woman made of? Right, Chyna. Chyna with the power bomb. And a tornado DDT from Jacqueline. On top, Ruby off the ropes. Nope, miscommunication there. Dragon screw leg whip on the floor. Nice wide shot there at the arena. Big headbutt from Chyna. She's got another sledgehammer and clocks Sarah again with it. Oh, there was a snap suplex in the ring from Ruby. Sarah getting in the ring quite smartly, readjusting her shorts multiple times. Oh God, Chyna's still got that sledgehammer, and Ruby has no idea. But Chyna decides not to use it. She tags in Jacqueline instead. Maybe tagging in Sarah was a bad idea. Sarah just took multiple sledgehammer shots to the head outside the ring, but she's coming swinging at Jacqueline. Double underhook suplex, nice. Stands Jacqueline back up to her feet. Another headbutt from Sarah. Off the rope she goes, knee drop to the ribs. Jacqueline spinning back kick and a tag back into Chyna. Jacqueline's up top. Jacqueline diving crossbody attempt there, but I don't think she landed it. Chyna's taking full advantage though right now, but she gets caught. Double underhook suplex onto the sledgehammer. Tag back into Ruby. Chyna meets them both, but she gets caught. Doing an assisted powerbomb. Ruby's up top. Oh, Ruby with a splash. I thought she might have been going for that modified diving senton off the top. I was going to say the stage dive, but she doesn't call it the stage dive, does she? Diving splash attempt from Chyna. It was the stage dive when I think when the headbangers did it. And I think that maybe Chelsea Blackheart calls it the stage dive as well, doesn't she? Nice running forearm there from Chyna. Drops Ruby. Does Ruby have a name for it? She probably does. Oh God, back of their head on that sledgehammer. Ruby might be out cold. Probably out on her feet, running clothesline attempt, but no, she runs quickly over to tagging Sarah. That was a smart move that time. Oh God, she's just getting punched in the face by Jacqueline. Drops her. Throwing off the ropes. Big backdrop there from Sarah, and Sarah's feeling it. Sarah's got the sledgehammer now. Swinging and clocks Jacqueline in the head. Sarah tags back into Ruby. They're looking to finish Jacqueline off here, but Jacqueline's still fighting. She ain't going down without a fight. Stands up Ruby. Gets caught into a big DDT. But she's straight up. Jacqueline is straight up like, is that all you've got? Running clothesline attempt. Ruby ducks it. Catches it to a snap suplex. Ruby's got to try and put her away here, but no. Back and forth they go. Strike for kick. Strike for kick. Jacqueline. Big drop kick. Drops Ruby. Tags into Chyna. And they double team now. Assisted powerbomb from Chyna and Jacqueline. Chyna off the ropes. Big line. Drops her. And she's got that sledgehammer again. Swing and a miss. Got her into a hip toss. Chyna's up top. Chyna going for an elbow drop. It connects. What she go for now? She goes back up. And another one. right to the ribs of Ruby, and another elbow drop, this time to the face. Ruby tags in Sarah. Double drop kick, ruining the business. Double drop, Sarah goes behind, gets caught with an elbow. Double underhook suplex. God, both women are tired now. Ruby just swung at Chyna and missed. Chyna though clocks Sarah into the corner, but Sarah fights out of it. Now she's thrown into Chyna and Jacqueline's corner, but she fights out again. Sarah's been the low-key MVP of this match. There's that assisted powerbomb from Jacqueline and Chyna, and Jacqueline's up top, elbow drop to the ribs. Jacqueline stands her up, jabs to the face, big right hand. But Sarah's up and escaping. Drags back into Ruby. Double underhook again from Sarah, tosses her down. Ruby pulling her out towards the centre, stands her up. What's she going for? Gets caught with the fireman's carry. Jacqueline just readjusting her. Well, she's not actually got any wrist tape on. Maybe her arm's hurt. She's tagged back into Chyna now. Jabs to the face, right to the nose of Ruby, drops her down. Chyna up top, big elbow drop. Chyna's tired. Ruby, I think, has got more in the gas tank than Chyna does. Nice dragon screw there to the leg. Shot to the ribs though. Chyna's calling for something. She's calling for that sledgehammer. Chyna wants to put it away, but no, caught. Big DDT, spiked her on her head. Ruby's up, but she was groggy and got caught with the headbutt. Went again for that sledgehammer, but Ruby fought out of it quickly. Big senton. Stands her up. Sarah throwing those forearms. Throws Chyna back into the corner. What's Sarah thinking here? Whatever it wasn't able to pull it off. Here comes Jacqueline. Just multiple strikes to Sarah while she's down, and then takes out the leg. Jacqueline's tired, Sarah's tired, Chyna's tired, Ruby's tired. All four of these women, they've been going for 25 minutes here. Falling back elbow. And a super kick from Jacqueline. I wasn't expecting that one. That came out of nowhere. Go behind from Jacqueline. Double team. Holds it in place for the drop kick from Chyna. And Sarah's still fighting out of it, but walks into another super kick. Off the ropes. Running elbow drop. But Sarah's up. Tags into Ruby. Double team. Double powerbomb. Bang. Ruby says bring it. Ruby's on the ropes. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. The Riot Squad move on. The Riot Squad are moving on to take on Liv and B next week, and that's going to be interesting. The history there between the Riot Squad and, well, Liv Morgan specifically. If anything, B Priestley's going to be the odd one out. Hell of a tag team competition there. Hell of a tag team match. All four of those women showed out this evening. This women's tag team division is heating up to be something special. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have the continuation of something that did occur last week. Last week, if you noticed, the junior heavyweight division had a three-way contest where the person who took the fall would be eliminated from the situation, and the two other members would move on to take each other on one-on-one this week. Those two men are Crazy Steve and Xaiver. But while we were on the topic of that match from last week, I have found out that Andrew Everett, who was the man who was pinned by Crazy Steve in that match last week and busted open by Crazy Steve, has turned around and said that he wants another match with Steve at some point in the future. However, in order to get that, Steve's stablemates in Decay have challenged Andrew Everett. They've turned around and said that Andy needs to come to the ring next week, and next week he is going to be taking on the Monster Abyss in a one-on-one contest. If he's able to get through that, he will then be taking on Abyss and Black Tirus the following week in a tag team contest if Andy can find himself a partner. But before we get to all of that, that's the coming weeks, folks. We've still got 2 more matches tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Crazy Steve versus Xaiver, one-on-one, #1 contendership for the junior heavyweight title. Stay right where you are. Here we go, junior division, junior heavyweight championship, #1 contenders match. Crazy Steve is going to be taking on Xaiver, who is the former PTW junior heavyweight champion. Lost it at famous last words to Johnny Gargano, the Rebel Heart Showdown. But making his way to the ring right now, another man who made quite a showing for himself in the junior division early on here in PTW, Crazy Steve. He wants the title shot. He wasn't quite able to make it to the title shot previously. He wants it tonight. In order to do so, he has to beat the former champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Xaiver. Xaiver, a new talent, making a name for himself here in PTW. One of the breakout stars, a homegrown talent, so to speak. Made a name for himself early on here in PTW, winning multiple matches in the junior division. Having a hell of a showing at Famous Last Words in that match with Johnny Gargano. But here we go, starting things off here, Crazy Steve and Xaiver. These two are going to be quick-paced. A submission then, as you see Rosemary is at ringside, cheering on Crazy Steve in Decay. As we mentioned before this contest, Decay currently getting a few issues with Andrew Everett. Oh God! And for those of you in the know, Rosemary and Andrew Everett have a bit of a connection themselves, so there's going to be something interesting there. If that ever happens, if that showdown takes place. Standing sliced bread, and there's a light tube in the ring. I'm assuming Rosemary threw that in while no one was looking. Big drop kick from Xaiver. Kick to the shins there, but caught. Crazy Steve, front suplex, Gourdbuster style. Steve drags him out. Hook up there, knee to the ribs. And a shot to the back, and Rosemary again throwing another weapon in the chair this time, and Steve's got the light tube and smashes it square over Xavier's head. Rosemary's distracting the referee, but this is no DQ. So I don't know why she was distracting the referee for the use of the weapon, but running knee strike there from Steve. Distracting referee Stan Lee. They're just having an argument. Standing sliced bread. I don't understand if Rosemary was doing that when there was a pin or a submission going on, but I think she just wanted to yell at Stan Lee. There we go, another Frankensteiner. Taking shots at the leg. Hook up. Doctor Bomb from Steve. One. Just a one count. Just that the Doctor Bomb only got a one count. Steve's biting him. We saw Steve do that last week, and he busted open Andrew Everett with that bite. German, but holds on. And a rolling kick to the butt. Did you would. Steve can't escape his clown history. And another bite there. Working on the head. Biting through that mask. But he's still not busted him open. The mask clear, paying decent protection. Nice counter there to a roll-up. Just a one count though. Two chairs in the ring now. Rosemary getting quite heavily involved in this match. Run up. Oh, caught him. Turns it around to a Canadian Destroyer and a flipping senton. Hook up. DDT. He's got the arms trapped. He's going to roll through into that submission. Yeah, arms trapped. Legs around the neck. Steve's able to escape it though from there. Oh, but go behind. German suplex over the bridge. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Steve goes for another drop kick. Doesn't quite land it. SOS shouts out Kofi Kingston. 2. Just a 2 count. Goes for a roll through there. Does Xaiver, but doesn't land it. Oh, and another German from Steve. 1, 2. 2.9. A hell of an angle on that German. Standing sliced bread. Goes onto his back. Goes for a modified surfboard stretch. Steve going to tap. No, Steve's going to escape it. Hook up. Backslide. 1, 2. Ref was right on top of that one, but the backslide doesn't quite end it. Off the ropes they go. Go behind. Flip over into a stunner. Stundog Millionaire variant. Oh, right to the chest, but Steve's still up. Steve just took that. It looked like he might be going for a German again, but no. Xaiver twisting frog splash. But in the ropes. Throwing off the ropes, they go. Runs into him. Goes up top again. Another twisting frog splash. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Rosemary got scared there. She was up on the apron. And here we go. Strike for strike goes Steve and Xaiver. Back and forth they go. Rosemary's trying to get in the ring. Big drop kick from Steve. But Xavier straight up super kick. Both men down. Rosemary still yelling at Stan. Up and Godbuster again from Steve. Drags him out towards the ropes. Steve's laughing about it. What's he thinking? He's got the chair. Shot to the spine. Swinging a miss though for a follow-up. Gets caught with a TNA kick. Ironically. Back up they go. And he's biting him again. Steve's trying to rip through that mask. Has he done it? He's done it. Steve's busted him open. But Xaiver quickly lands in like SOS. 2 count. Xavier's going for it again on the chair this time. But Steve's in the ropes. Drop kick attempt. Xavier's got a sense of urgency now that he's bleeding. Look, he's got his head trapped. Pile driver from Xaiver. What's he thinking? Oh, nice. Rebound off the ropes into a drop kick. And works the knees. Roll through. Double stomp to the ribs. Xaivier's building a lot of momentum now. Is he going to be able to put Steve away? Hook up. Dr. Bomb counter from Steve. 1, 2. 2.9. Steve almost had it there. He goes for another one. 1, 2. Again, those Dr. Bombs are devastating when Steve lands them. And he goes for a third. Well, technically a fourth in the match. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Hooked up, thrown to the corner. Roll through, double stomp. Fires the arrow into the crowd. What's he thinking? He's going for a submission, but Rosemary's distracted the ref straight away. Steve, though, might have made it to the ropes. Rosemary saw the end coming there. Steve missed. Steve just blew the mist, and that's going to be mixing in with a cut. That's going to sting like hell. Big drop kick of both men down. Xaivier's trying to follow up. Xaivier's bleeding. He's got mist on his face. The mist is going to be mixing in with that blood. It's going to be in his eyes. His vision's going to be incredibly impaired right now. Steve is pulling out all the stops here. Every possible advantage he can try and take, he is taking. But Rosemary at ringside throwing in weapons, distracting the referee. He's blowing the mist. He's bitten a hole in the mask and made him bleed. Steve's going for everything he can. Dr. Bomb again. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Steve's not able to put Xaiver away. Atomic drop. I thought he might be going for a spine buster. Go behind German onto the chair, but I think Steve's head clocked the chair more than Xaiver did. Running clothesline. Steve blows the mist into the air. He's got him up, but no drop toe hold onto the chair. I think Rosemary's distracted the ref again. She is. Pop up cover! Good God, but he's too tired to take advantage. He's just got to his feet and Steve went low. Steve went low in a TNA kick to the spine. Steve's still not going for his big finish though. He's still not going for the King Kill even. Oh God, Steve was mid-chair swing there and got caught. Most of the mist appears to have run off of Xaiver at least, but he's still bleeding heavily. Dragged out in a cover after the DDT. 1, 2. Steve's able to kick out of it. Drop kick attempt, but doesn't land it. Instead he lands face first on the chair. Hooked up, big forearm strike to the chin. What's Xaiver thinking here? Stands Steve back to his feet. Roll through into the stomp again. Is it too early in his career to call that vintage Xaiver? Standing sliced bread, but Steve straight back up. But he walks right into the power driver. Boom! Dropping Steve on his neck and a cover. But Rosemary again, right back in it to distract the referee at the perfect time. SOS though, and again Rosemary's keeping the ref there. That surely would have been it. Here we go, strike for strike they go. Steve, big drop kick. Xavier's up, super kick. Referee Stanley is back there. Has he ejected Rosemary yet? Should have kicked her out by now in the amount she's interfering, but he hasn't done. She's still there. Honestly, if Rosemary would not be here, Steve would have lost this match by now. Running knee to the face. Steve go behind, kick to the butt. Drags him out. Steve thinking Steve's got the chair. Swinging the miss. Xaiver caught him here, but now he's biting out that rib toe in the mask again. Technically, it could be a submission. Off the ropes they go, but oh, Xaiver mistimed it. He's going to be woozy. His vision's going to be off. Oh, but he caught him there. Drags him out. Xaiver going up top. Twisting frog splash. And again, Rosemary is there to distract the referee. Rosemary is really earning a paycheck this evening. Hooked up Steve, double underhook into a facebuster, Angel's Wing style. Steve's up top. Steve, oh my God, rolling cannonball senton. I thought he might be going for the King Kill there, but he didn't. Off the ropes, sliding knee. But Xaiver straight up and catches him again. Xavier's mastered landing that move. Xavier's feeling it though. Gonna try and put him away. Big DDT. Drags him out. Stood up again. Oh, he missed it that time. But standing sliced bread. Up top. What's he going for? He's waiting for him to get up. Stomps him down. Good Lord. And a cover, but he's in the ropes. And Rosemary right up again. I'm genuinely surprised that Stan's not thrown Rosemary out here. She's putting her hands on him too. Dr. Bob. Oh, it's backfiring now. Steve's got a pin. And SOS just as the referee is back to it, but no, Steve was in the ropes. Off the ropes they go. Go behind. Flip over into the stunner. Up top. Twisting frog splash. 1, 2. No, Steve was able to kick out of it and let a drop kick. Good God. What's it going to take for one of these men to put the other away? Both these men want that junior heavyweight championship. Both these men are determined for it. Brainbuster! He saved that one. And a cover. 1, 2. But Steve kicks out. Rosemary's in shock at ringside. Steve takes out the knee. Modified Shining Wizard. Rosemary's back up onto the apron. Chair shot to the back of the head. Rosemary just wants to get in there. Rosemary does the perfect timing as a submission holds locked in on Steve. That would gotta be it. You've got to think. But no, they're still going. These two men are still going. This isn't even the main event. We've got one more match to go tonight. Angel's wings from Steve. And Steve's laughing about all of this. Hooks him up, but gets caught to a Frankensteiner. Throws the arrow. Big drop kick to Steve, takes him down, but Xaiver is barely able to recover. That blood is flowing like nobody's business. Backflip, just showing off and gets caught with his troubles. Or either one of these men going to be able to defeat the other. Armbar, and Steve has to tap out. Steve has to tap out. Xaiver overcoming all of the odds in this one. Good God, this was practically a handicap match with the amount that Rosemary was getting involved. Good Lord. Hats off to Xaiver for that. Seriously, hats off for that one. That was a hell of a showing. Rosemary was in that match consistently. And Steve just wasn't able to put Xaiver away. Xaiver moves on. The rematch is coming in a future week here. The rematch between Johnny Gargano and Xaiver. The Battle of the Rebel Hearts, Part 2. Can Xaiver get the title back? We will see in the coming weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more match this evening. A number 1 contendership match for the world's title. We saw them both last week in a hell of a tag team competition. Ladies and gentlemen, Tajiri and CM Punk is your main event this evening. But before we get there, I have received word that next week will be the return of Jon Moxley. Moxley is back here in PTW, a former PTW Hardcore Champion. He will be here next week. I don't know what he's got planned, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. But before we get there, folks, your main event of the evening is coming up next. Stay right where you are. Main event time, folks. I hope you've got your popcorn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the number 1 contendership match for the PTW World's Championship. The winner will move on to take on Martial Law in a future episode here. Maybe at the next big event. Who knows if they'll wait that long. But you've got to think, one thing we have not brought up tonight is the fact that last week in the mini Royal Rumble we had, the winner was Shawn Michaels, HBK, and that granted Shawn a title opportunity for a belt of his choosing, any championship here in PTW he can challenge for that he is eligible for, which basically just removes it from the Women's Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championship. He could challenge for any of the others. He could challenge for the Junior Heavyweight, the Hardcore, the Tag Team, the Trios, or the World title anytime he wants. So every single champion and anybody who's a number 1 contender or going for a championship match have got to keep Michaels in the back of their mind. But here we go, bell has rung. Tajiri versus Punk, and Punk's got the trunks on tonight. It's CM Trunks. And Tajiri, handspring elbow to start things off here. Tajiri starting off strong on a knee. Both these men accomplished strikers, accomplished submissions wrestlers too. This is going to be a very strike-heavy match, you can tell. Low dropkick from Tajiri already, and Punk throws Tajiri in the corner. Both these men also veterans. They've been around a long time. They've seen it all, they've done it all. CM Punk, one of the longest reigning world champions in WWE history. Tajiri, a multiple champion all over the world, in Japan, in Europe, in America. Tajiri has held belts everywhere. Punk, less travelled, I'd say. Still incredibly well travelled, but I'd say less travelled. But also has held some of the biggest belts in wrestling for a very long time. CM Punk obviously does have that MMA background as well, but he's already going for a GTS. Punk wants to put this away early, 1, but Tajiri kicked out the GTS at 1. I would say Punk does have that MMA background as well, but Tajiri also has a martial arts background. I suppose so does Punk, actually. So both these men surprisingly equal in terms of skill. One obviously became a much bigger name in America than the other, but that doesn't really mean too much here in PTW. Oh god, big back suplex there from Punk to counter that powerbomb. 1, just a 1 count. Punk has not been able to get more than a 1 count to Tajiri, and Punk's also thrown his best shot at Tajiri already. Who just played his head, just kicked out at 1. Tajiri dropped down, Punk's up top. Diving elbow, and Tajiri baited him. Big kicks to the ribs. Drops him down. Circling around each other here. Punk, suplex, yep. Big suplex there. Thought he might have been thinking Falcon's Arrow, but he decided against it. Oh god, 2 strikes from Punk. And Tajiri just threw 1 back and dropped him. Now Tajiri with the strike combinations. Go behind. Drops him down. PK from Tajiri. Damn near took Punk's head off. And a frog splash. Nice combination of moves. Tajiri with a 2 count though. Punk went for an enziguri, but Tajiri zoned him. Oh wait. Uranagi takedown into the Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice there from Punk. But no, Tajiri managed to get to the ropes. I think Punk has thrown most of his best shots there. Punk will get out of the way of Tajiri, who just starts throwing more strikes. Drops with elbows there. And now Punk. Modified Indian Deathlock. Tajiri's able to escape it. Thrown into the corner and Punk charges in, but Tajiri sidestepped him. Tajiri's got the tarantula! Tajiri's got the tarantula. Obviously there was no way that he could use that as a viable submission. There is still rope breaks here in PTW, despite there not being disqualifications. He could have held that as long as he wanted, but it wasn't going to get him the win! My god, sit out Liger Bomb 2! 2.9, Tajiri almost had it there. Tajiri's going for that again. He's worked last time. 1, 2, 2.9 again, and Punk just got out of it, but Punk catches him. Uranagi takedown. Anaconda Vice from Punk. He wants Tajiri to tap out. I think in terms of submission skill, Punk might just have the edge, but in terms of striking skill, I think Tajiri's going to have the edge. Interesting how these two match up, actually. Running knee from Punk. What's he thinking now? But no, he's not thinking anything. He's thinking getting caught in the face, and Tajiri's having a good time. Drags Punk out, stands him back up to his feet. Tajiri with the mist! We've seen the mist multiple times tonight, and Tajiri missed to the face, a buzzsaw kick, but Punk's up straight away. Punk comes firing out with strikes, takes Tajiri down and locks in an Anaconda Vice. I think the mist just pissed Punk off more than anything. It's not difficult to piss Punk off, to be fair. Here we go, back and forth to go, and Punk, big roundhouse kick, Tajiri's up on one of his own. Stands him up, holds up Tajiri, multiple forearms. Punk now catches him into an octopus hold. Bit of a vintage move of Tajiri's. Both men use the octopus hold really well. Oh god. Multiple kicks to the chest there. And Tajiri with a surfboard stretch. Is Punk going to be able to escape it? Yes he is. Just, but hook up Punk. GTS. That might be all she wrote. 1, 2, and now 2.9. Tajiri kicked out of it. Punk went to take out the knee of Tajiri there. Didn't land. Multiple strike combinations. Tajiri goes behind, but Punk counters it. Dragging Tajiri out. Elbow drop to the back of the head. Stands him up. Punk thinking here. Swinging neck breaker from Punk, but Tajiri's up. Off the ropes. Armbar takedown there from Punk. Tajiri though is able to slide into those ropes to get a rope break. Stands him up. Real kick from Tajiri. Punk's up. The ropes. Clothesline. Punk says that's it. Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice. Punk thinks this is it. He thinks he's got him. But no, Tajiri's able to escape it. But Punk goes back to the well. Uranagi takedown. Back into the Anaconda Vice again. Punk sort of determined to get Tajiri to tap here, and Tajiri's having none of it. Kick to the knee. Buzzsaw kick. Damn near kicked his teeth into the 5th row. 1, 2, and a 3 count. Tajiri just kicked Punk's head off. Good lord. That buzzsaw kick. My god, somebody can't see him, Punk. Somebody make sure he's still got all of his teeth. That match was hard hitting. Didn't need to last too long, that one. Just shy of 15 minutes. But those two did not disappoint. And that means that Tajiri, the Japanese buzzsaw, has earned himself a world title shot against martial law at some point in the near future. I imagine it's going to be at the next major event. We have yet to know what the next major event is going to be. It has not yet been announced, folks, but stay tuned for that one. As mentioned, coming up next week, we have the Riot Squad are going to be taking on Liv Morgan and Bea Priestley. Winners will become the first ever PTW Women's Tag Team Champions. Andrew Everett will be taking on Abyss, and we also have the return of John Moxley all next week. Hope you all are looking forward to that one. I will see you all there. Thank you for joining me. You know the drill by now. Like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!